Morning, another beautiful day in God's kingdom. Today we're looking at the book of Genesis, chapter 15, and we're going to read from verse 1. And this is what it says. Sometime later, the Lord spoke to Abram in a vision and said to him, "Do not be afraid, Abram, for I will protect you, and your reward will be great." But Abram replied, "O sovereign Lord, what good are all your blessings when I don't even have a son? Since you have given me no children, Eleazar of Damascus, a servant in my household, will inherit all my wealth. You have given me no descendants of my own, so one of my servants will be my heir." I might be listening to that and thinking, what impudence. I mean, God has already blessed you with so much, Abraham. You've got so much wealth, and here is God saying, promising you that He's going to protect you and He's going to give you even more. And you have the audacity to ask for a son, to ask for more. Well, if we're to think about it and if you look at it closely, there's no impudence, no audacity in this, because Abraham had that kind of a relationship with God, which is what God wants us to have with Him. The freedom to be able to tell God what is on our hearts, the deepest desires of our hearts, And that's because, see, if Abraham did not go ahead to tell God, and if you don't go ahead to tell God the real things that, the deepest desire of your heart, the things that you're waiting on Him to do for you, if you don't have that liberty, if you don't express that thing to God, guess what? It will always be a barrier. It will always be a hindrance right there on the back of your mind, and before at the back of your mind, and before you know where you are, some form of little bit of a resentment may begin to grow, because you're thinking, God, you're blessing me, blessing me, blessing me with all this, but you haven't given me what I really, really want. And that is a dangerous place to be in. So it's better for you to express your mind, your heart to the Lord, and talk to God, because God already knows what's on your mind anyway. So it's fruitless you hiding those things. You go ahead, speak the word to God, and see what God does with Abraham. God takes Abraham out and He says to him, "No, your servant will not be your heir, for you will have a son of your own who will be your heir." And then the Lord took Abraham outside and said to him, "Look up into the sky and count the stars if you can. That's how many descendants you will have." You look at this and you think, wow, God can be so extra sometimes, can't He? He takes Abraham out and says, "Look at the stars. If you can count those stars, that's the number of children you're going to have." And of course, it comes to pass just as God has said. So, you know what? Never be fearful to tell God what's on your heart. He already knows. But when you do, you're the one that will be set free, because then you've laid all your burdens and every worry and every anxiety, you've laid it down at His feet. And then He's free to tell you what His own plans for you are. And generally, they will always be better than what your plans for yourself are. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.